Me actually bring in my guest now on the broadcast on this very story, PKD Nambiar.
Absolutely. I think I'm even surprised my colleague on the other, the co-panelist is talking about that international watchdog. We have not, these are self-appointed watchdogs, and we have not asked them to without any authenticated data. These people come up with different kind of reports on us on every second day. I think it is all so far we have been talking about there may be some kind of an international conspiracies on against India because of its rising power, and it's one of the one of the very few countries in the world right now has got such kind of a purchasing power. And India's image overall across the world is increasing day by day. And of course, I do agree that there is an inferiority complex, not by Indians or Indian government, but by these Western powers. Today, they do feel inferior to us and they are not able to digest it. That is the reason every second day, whether it is a freedom index, where a hunger index, or some of those index, and some people like George Soros comes up with one of these days and say that yes, India do not have democracy. But my problem is not these kind of so-called watchdogs. No, I am not worried about them. I am worried about how our opposition parties in India takes these statements rather than standing together as one, try to use this as an opportunity and attack our own systems. And I also question this to our opposition. When in Himachal Pradesh, a Congress wins an election through the same electoral process, when Mamata Banerjee or Pinarayi Vijayan or in Tamil Nadu, the opposition parties wins, that the whole democratic process in India is very accurate. When Narendra Modi or the BJP wins elections here and in other places, then there is a question mark comes. I think that is where the problem. The Western countries are in a mess. They are in a financial mess. Their supremacy is going, whether it is US or UK or the France. All these the Western superpowers so far have not been able to dictate terms, not only to India and many other countries have already now knows that they are not anymore those people who can command on the others or take decisions on an Asian superpower. I think it's an indigestion and it's and I agree with my co-panelists, it's an inferiority complex of the Western power. Now they are not able to digest the growth of India. And I think beware, we should be expecting more and more such attacks every day. Well, I think that's not the case at all. If a private organization or a corporate do have a corporate governance issue, I am for an inquiry, which we have a systems in place. In the case of Adani, for an example, just imagine if there was something, whatever the opposition is claiming, even I'm saying even iota of a doubt of what the opposition is claiming, the government should not have been let the market. Our market worked so freely despite all these chaos. All these Hindenburg report to all the other reports, the government not even intervened. That alone says the whole, this narrative of that Adani is not India and India is not Adani. It is not necessary to be told. It is well understood, which we are 1.4 billion people. But then the problem is that what is the interest of these Western powers?
Let me actually add to the question, Mr. Nambiar. Let's actually forget Mr. Soros for a minute. Let's talk about Rahul Gandhi. He also was critical of the government in power, the government at the really was. Why that kind of an action should be done and, otherwise is not allowed?
Well, 45 minutes of Rahul Gandhi's speech. I heard that complete speech, not once, twice, just to understand that what are the real what is his intent and what he wanted to communicate? What is the real question? Is there any allegation what he said has got any kind of a proof? Is it not just like an immature social media troll kind of a question that what is your relationship with Adani and the Mr. Modi? If he has got some kind of an opposition leader of that stature should be able to put up an allegation, he should have a substantive material. In fact, the Prime Minister or even the BJP or for that matter to a common person like you and me should ask Mr. Rahul Gandhi, my dear Mr. Gandhi, tell me that you asked these few questions. What is the basis of these questions you have asked? Do you have any kind of a documentary proof to say that, yes, this relationship with Narendra Modi has given him so much of benefit? If that is the case, there are 100+ unicorns have been come up in this country in the last 5 years. All of them are personally close to Mr. Narendra Modi. Their annual growth of some of these unicorns for 5 years are in more than 1,000 percentage year on growth.